Hello and welcome back to the Perkins Garage's YouTube channel for a Ford Puma ST Line X walk around video. But before we do begin with the walk around, if you are enjoying our content and would like to see some more in the future, then can I recommend clicking on that subscribe button, and that way you're in tune with all of our latest content. This here is a rather beautiful, fantastic red Ford Puma ST Line X MHEV. So it's a mild hybrid electrical vehicle. No plugging in, no waiting for it to charge, just jump in it and get some very good MPG out the back of it, whilst all the electrical magic happens underneath you. That is partly thanks to the 1 litre EcoBoost engine producing 125 PS of power. That 125 PS of power is then transmitted through a 7-speed automatic gearbox. The vehicle is registered on a 2023 registration, meaning Ford warranty is valid all the way until March 2026. We've done just over 3,000 miles, but like always, I'll get the exact number on the dashboard in a minute. So in the next 20 minutes or so, I'm going to be walking you around corner to corner, door to door, showing you everything this has to offer. First off, near side front, and I present to you the remote central locking key in all of its beauty. Simply clicking on the unlock button, I mean they look like they're on already because the sun reflecting into them, but just waking up the daytime running lights there, so they might appear to be flashing in your video simply because the frequency in which my camera records at. But let me assure you, in real life they're not flashing, they just give other road users the ultimate visibility, so you're always going to be seen on the road. Inside them headlights are some beautiful LED headlights, and below we have LED front fogs for good measure. This vehicle is fitted with the Ford Park Assist package, so that means we have parking sensors trailing all the way around the bumpers, almost like a 360-degree parking sensor system. So this vehicle will quite literally park itself for you. I'll speak about that a bit more later on once we're inside. Underneath the number plate there, that little dully black bit is a front-facing radar, and this is responsible for some of the driver assistance pack, such as pre-collision assist. A lovely driver assistance pack on this one, and I shall cover it in its entirety once we're inside the vehicle in a moment. Back down to earth now, and we can have a look at these beautiful alloy wheels. So these here are, I beg your pardon about any external background noise there, I don't really know where that's coming from. Anyway, these are some beautiful 18-inch machine cut alloy wheels, so you get the silver shiny face at the front with the gloss black just behind, the silver painted brake calipers as well. The tyres fitted are the Continental Eco Contact 6 tyres, and they're in very good condition, so if I can just demonstrate this one to you. There you are. Yeah, plenty of tread on there. Actually, I think, obviously it's only done 3,000 miles, isn't it? So they're in good shape. It's going to draw you back round to the windscreen. We have there a sensor for the lights. So as the sun goes down and the moon comes up, your lights will come on automatically. Further north at the top of the windscreen, that longish one, is a traffic speed sign camera. So as you drive past the speed sign, it's going to be displayed on the digital driver display ahead of you. This can also be used in coordination with the intelligent speed limiter, meaning if your speed limiter is active and you drive past a differing speed sign, your limiter will change automatically. How cool is that? Top left is a rain sensor for the rain sensing wipers, and top right is a light sensor for the auto high beam. Lost for words. Further north there we have a panoramic glass opening roof, so you can see just how low that sits to the roof of the vehicle. When it's shut, it is a black roof, aiding with that two-way colour scheme, but that lets an abundance of light and fresh air into the cabin, perfect for the warmer months ahead of us. Bringing your attention back down to the vehicle, remote central locking key once again. It's going to lock the vehicle like so. Take you to half zoom, because on the door handle we have the 4 lines for keyless entry. So a simple tap behind the door handle will unlock the vehicle, and a tap on those 4 lines will lock the vehicle once more. So please note we have power folding and heated door mirrors, and at the end of the door mirror itself is those little icons. So that there is a blind spot assist monitor. This will give you an orange illumination either on the left hand side or the right hand side to let you know it's unsafe to pull in or out. Very handy bit of spec, part of the driver assistance pack. We'd also have some lovely Puma puddle lights as well, but it's a bit bright for them today. I don't think they'll shine up. Anyway, so going back to the colour scheme of the vehicle, the black roof, rear privacy glass, and the gloss black wheels as well. So it really aids that two-way colour scheme. Big fan of this colour as well, dazzling in the sunshine here at Perkins. This stage of the video, I'll take a step back on the offside rear and just gently rock the camera side to side, hopefully displaying to you, wherever you might be watching this video, how wonderful all the body panels are. We've got a nice bit of light this side. As you can see, it looks glorious. It actually looks like a mirror this side. It's so shiny, beautiful. So I'll link that back round to the offside rear wheel and give you a good look at that. So those of you who are interested, we have rear drum brakes on this vehicle. A mechanics lesson for you. Rear drums are ultra efficient and ultra low maintenance. So a vehicle this weight and this size, so it's 125 PS of power. This is a perfect rear brake because it's going to be ultra low maintenance. So you're not going to have to replace your disc and pads all the time. Right, so now we can creep around the rear of the vehicle and show you the rear. So we have rear parking sensors all the way around, complemented once again with a high definition reversing camera. Also, another thing to note is the black badging. I think the red and the black badges go beautifully together. So now it's going to demonstrate the near side of the body, and then we'll crack on with the interior. So again, near side now. So I'm just going to gently rock the camera again down the near side. And doesn't that look just wonderful? There we are. So now back round to the near side rear wheel, giving you a good look at that. Now we can follow it all the way to the near side front, giving you a good look at that. Again, matching Eco Contact 6 tyre, and you got loads of tread on there. Nice little ST line badging on the wings as well. But yeah, wonderful. Okay, so these ST line X's are very well spec'd. So double clicking on the remote central locking boot button will open up the electronic power tailgate. So the boots in these Pumas, they're very handy, very versatile. So at the moment the boot liner is in its lowest position, so that gives you an increased volume of the rear boot. So big enough suitcases, dogs, sports equipment, golf sticks, tennis rackets, I don't know, whatever you're into, prams, shopping, all of life's adventures. But if it was a heavier object, a medicine ball, I don't know why you're carrying a medicine ball around, we can higher up the boot liner, so you've got a lower distance to travel to put an item in your boot. So hopefully that might save your back. Also, when it's up in its highest position, like so, when you do fold the seat down, you get a nice flat entry all the way through. Also, whilst we're here, a nice 12-volt socket in there as well. Maybe you have a cool box or a power pack you need to charge. Okay, so if I just leave that ajar a second, this is the Ford Puma MegaBox. Effectively, at the bottom of this, you have a little drain plug, so you could wash off wellies or hose down a dog. The options are yours. But in this instance, we have a mini spare wheel fitted. So all the relevant tools and jacks are found underneath the wheel, and you can change that at the side of the road. Loads of people still love spare wheels, and this one has one fitted. But if you'd rather the MegaBox, just take the spare wheel out. That is up to you. But that all goes down. You've still got a nice bit of storage on top of the spare wheel as well, which I think is a nice little point. Okay, let me just get it all lined back up again. One click of the button, and that will shut down the tailgate altogether. Okay, so the keyless has expired because it expires after about 20 seconds or so. So just get this seat back into position, nice and easy. Right, starting on the offside rear door card, we have the hard wearing plastic leading down to synthetic leather armrest leading into the corresponding window control. Spinning the camera around for the first time in this video to demonstrate the beautiful ST Line X interior. So you have a part leather, part cloth interior. It's all defined by this gorgeous red stitching. So it's like an iconic ST Line stitching. For a comparison between an ST Line Vignale, please look at my previous video. We have the ebony leather throughout, but this is the ST Line X styling. But again, very comfortable, very durable. I think it looks really cool as well with that pattern in the middle. If you do carry the smaller humans of this world, you may require an ISO fixing seat. So you have one on the offside rear and one again on the near side, the left hand rear. Down at the bottom there are the fitted Puma floor mats, so that's one less thing you have to worry about after purchasing the vehicle. Onwards, let's go and have a look inside the driver's seat. Well, driver's door card to begin with. So on the driver's door card we have that soft touch synthetic leather with lovely red stitching leading down into a nice comfortable leather armrest. All 4 window controls. We have folding mirrors, window locking and electric mirror adjustment, and just ahead of that is your interior locking. For the last time, let's spin that camera around to show you some seats. So again, they've got a lovely part leather, plot cloth design with added support in the lower back and the base part of the seat. These are manually adjustable, so you have a rear tilt, a height, a front tilt, and your forward and backwards is done on the conventional rail underneath. Now I'm just going to jump inside the vehicle. You may hear a little bit of distortion on my microphone, so please just bear with me a moment. Okay, well thank you for your patience. Now we're inside. The exact mileage is 3,143.8. Now, because it is a lovely bright summer's day, the first thing I need to do is close the roof. So, keyless entry complemented beautifully with an engine start-stop button, foot on the brake, one click of the button, that powers up the engine. So if I can just point the camera north, this button here closes sunroof. Then we have a manual blind, we can just pull over, and again, you wouldn't even know the sunroof is there. But that's just going to enable me to show you the screen in a moment. Otherwise it'd be a bit sunny, and we don't want that. Okay, so to begin with, this here is the beautiful digital driver display. So on the left hand side there, so we have a coolant temperature sensor, we have a digital speedo. At the bottom we have the odometer, so the mileage. Then we have the gear select indicator, ambient air temperature, digital readout of the fuel gauge, and bar graph and seat belt and handbrake warning signs to the right hand side. The tachometer, also known as the RPM gauge, so RPM times 1000, counting the revolutions of the crankshaft, also known as the output power of the engine. In the middle there is your hybrid gauge, but this is a selectable menu. I'll show you where the buttons are in a second. We can expand that into select screens, and you can dictate what you'd like to look at, whether it's different chip computers, traffic signs, hybrid gauge, eco behaviour, average speed, auto stop, it's got it all. Wonderful. At the bottom there you can also see the traffic speed signs. There's a 40 miles an hour depending on what way you come into the garage, and that is what it has last read. So the party piece for these screens are, we do have selectable drive modes. So if I was to click the button, I'll show you where it is in a minute. We have a normal, we have an eco, sport, slippery, and a trail drive mode. So this all adjusts ever so slightly the transmission control module, so that will have effect on the gearing and traction control. So for example, I put it into sport mode, which changes the screen into a lovely grey red aesthetic, so it's a bit of an aggressive sport screen if you like, but I think it's a really nice feature on these digital driver displays. I'm just going to pop my seat backwards, otherwise you might just see all knees in the next bit. Okay, so let's just take you around the steering wheel now. So again, to begin with, I said was a 7-speed automatic, and it's also like a power shift. It's also semi-automatic if you like, so we have the flappy paddles on the right hand and on the left hand to go up and down the gearbox respectively. So if you fancy being a racing driver for a little while, a manual control of the gearbox. Right hand side is the arrows, return, OK up and down menu button to control the digital driver display. Underneath that is a voice command, a pickup, decline and previous and next song function. To the left hand side is the buttons for the adaptive cruise control with lane centering. Top left is the distance to the vehicle in front, bottom left is the lane centering, set speed plus and minus is in the middle, standby top right and speed limiter bottom right. At the bottom of that cluster we have volume minus, a volume plus and a mute button. And it's a lovely steering wheel as well. These are steel-line steering wheels. They're a nice perforated leather design, and they've got the red stitching as well. It's a nice comfortable steering wheel. Yeah, big fan. Okay, so progressing, let's just cover this quickly. We also have fitted on board is the B&O sound system. So if you're into your tunes and require a good sound system, the B&O is wonderful. So some of the top range audio system on Fords, and it is a good listen. And you can also adjust all the sound settings on there as well. Very clever. Okay, in this little cubby hole here, we do have this nice little shelf. At the bottom there is a USB-C charging port. USB-Cs will deliver about 5 amps of charging, so it can be considered a fast charger. Once your cable is plugged in, pull your wire through this hole here, so when you shut the box, your wire's not going to be tethered and trapped. From there you can take advantage of Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, whichever software is on your phone. Down here are 2 sprung-loaded tensioned cup holders, so your coffee and your tea is not going to go falling out everywhere, ruining your morning. manual handbrake, and that's partly because we have rear drum brakes. Down here are the 5 buttons I was referring to earlier. Top left is your drive mode button, so that will change the drive mode of the vehicle. That one is for traction control. This is for the forward self park assist, parking sensors off, and automated stop start off. I'll come back to the parking in a second once you're on the screen. The gear selector for the 7-speed automatic box. Left foot on the brake. Oh, sorry, left foot on the brake. Right foot on the brake. There, pull the little trigger behind, and that can bring it down to the relevant drive position. To the left hand side is your 12-volt socket, and to the right hand side is a USB-A. This will be about 2.1 amps of charging, so a bit slower than the other one, but this can also be used for your media as well. If your phone supports it, we do have a wireless charging pad down there, so pop your phone in there and it will wirelessly charge your phone. Obviously, if your phone supports it. If you've got a Nokia 3310, you might not be that lucky. So here are the controls for the heating, ventilation and air conditioning. Left is the fan speed, and right is your temperature control, and also on and off. Top left is all your demist settings with automatic. We have different flows of vents in the middle, recirculation, air conditioning and max air conditioning to the right hand side. Just below it is the electronically heated front windscreen, which is lovely in the colder months when you can defrost your windscreen in no time at all. So upwards now, this is the Sync 3.4 module. So we have the dark blue band at the bottom, so we know it's the updated Sync 3 software. Bottom left is audio. Then we have various sources such as FM, DAB and Bluetooth audio. Bluetooth audio is next. Conveniently, this is where you can connect your phone via Bluetooth to either make or receive incoming phone calls and also play your music. In my opinion, this is superseded by Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. There's still a lot of people out there who are just content with Bluetooth. And why would you need anything more than Bluetooth? Hey? In the middle, navigation. So this is a forward sync navigation. I've used it all the time in my vehicle. It's a fantastic system. Top left is your search box. Click that button, and if you'd like to come to Perkins to look at this Puma, you shall need Charlie Mike 776 Sierra Alpha. That's simple. Click the search box and it will navigate your route straight here to Perkins in no time at all. Isn't that just marvellous? Coming out of there again, we're now going to just pop the vehicle into reverse to demonstrate the rear parking camera. So that is a park pilot, so as you move the steering wheel, that will guide you in to those spaces. Don't forget, we still have the front and rear parking sensors, which gives you an intermittent beep that'll increase in frequency as you get closer to the object in question. So that is found to the top right hand side. You also get the nice little colour bands there as well. Popping it back into park, let's click on the forward self park assist button. So this is the automated parking, which will give you a parallel park out, a perpendicular park or bay park in, and also a parallel park in. So use the indicator to dictate which side of the road you require parking on, and follow the instructions on the screen. Very clever bit of technology. Clicking the X button, that will return you back to your home page. Next up, I'd just like to take you into the settings of the vehicle. Obviously, I mentioned earlier you can adjust your B&O sound settings from there. But I'd like to take you into the driver assistance pack. So I mentioned about that front-facing radar. We also have on the driver assistance pack the adaptive cruise control, the speed limiter, lane keeping system, pre-collision assist, traffic sign recognition. We've got rear view camera, blind spot assist monitors, wrong way alert and cross traffic alerts. Some lovely software keeping you nice and safe. I mentioned earlier we have an abundance of sensors, beg your pardon, but that can be found in vehicle settings. So we have max idle, rear occupant alert. I'm going to turn that off because no one's having a kid in this vehicle today. Alarm system, chimes, remote start setup. I often get asked about this. So this vehicle, you can download the Ford Pass Connect application onto your mobile telephone device. After purchasing the vehicle, you can connect the vehicle and your phone together, and you get remote start capabilities, and that includes your climate control, even setting the duration. So some very nice tech there as well. Automated wipers in there. I've just clicked that one. I just wanted to show you windows. This is a really nice feature that I use all the time, and any Fords, whether I'm doing photography or whether I'm just using my vehicle. Hold down the unlock button, drops all the windows, opens the pan roof. Once you're done with it, hold down the lock button and it will close all the windows and close the pan roof. Really nice little feature. We have automated lighting and auto folding mirrors down there as well. So don't forget, this is fully supportive of Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so plug your phone in using a USB data cable, and many advantages. It's obviously going to it's going to charge your phone whilst you're driving, but it's also going to mirror your iPhone or Android onto this screen here. So you can then use the voice command button on the steering wheel to activate your voice assistant such as Siri or Google Assistant, and take advantage of those. You can make commands whilst not touching your phone. Equally, there are applications on your phone that are compatible on this screen. So for whatever reason you didn't enjoy using the forward navigation, you're also compatible with Waze, Apple Maps, Google Maps. You know, there's lots of navigation applications at the moment. So that's a little demo about the sync module. So thank you very much for watching this video. If you like the video, please subscribe, like, and leave us a nice comment below. And hopefully I'll see you again soon. Any information about this vehicle or any other vehicle here at Perkins Garages, please pick up the phone 01376 550 899. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Goodbye for now.